The mastermind of prison escapes, Breslin, was now trapped in a prison floating above the sea. If he wanted to escape, the first thing he needed was to find out exactly where he was. So he improvised and built a basic makeshift sextant. However, to get accurate results, it had to be tested on the open deck. For this task, Breslin and Victor also teamed up with a bald man they had previously clashed with. The plan was to use him to spread false news of a prison escape to the warden in order to gain his trust. Because of their old rivalry, the warden never suspected him. On top of that, the bald man worshipped a god every day. He turned this habit into his weapon. Under the excuse of worship, he was allowed to go onto the deck facing the sky, and from there, he would take out the sextant and note down their position. By observing the readings and the direction of the toilet flush, Breslin concluded that he was in the northern hemisphere. It was the month of November. The sea was calm, and the air was warm. This meant the prison was probably not very far from the Strait of Morocco. At least the location was now known. After everything was set, Breslin deliberately tapped a message in Morse code on the glass beneath the camera. The message was clear. A riot was about to break out in Block C. Just as planned, the warden fell for the trick and sent most of the guards to Block C. As security in Block B dropped, the three of them seized the opportunity and slipped inside. When the riot began, the warden realized he had been fooled and immediately tried to call in extra forces. But the three of them had only 11 minutes to reach the deck. To erase their tracks, Breslin cut off the camera feeds, allowing them to move forward without fear. However, the warden was clever as well and ordered a lockdown of the entire area. As soon as they reached the top, they faced an electronically locked hatch. There was no chance of it opening, leaving retreat as their only option. Just then, a large number of guards arrived. In the chaos, the bald man was shot, forcing all three to retreat. Within moments, even more guards showed up. The cameras were off, yet they somehow knew their exact location. That's when Breslin realized that motion detectors were installed inside the walls. By now, it was already too late. With time running out, Breslin chose an alternative route. To save the others, the bald man stayed behind to provide cover. Victor did not want to leave a teammate behind, but circumstances forced him to move on. Breslin shut down the entire power supply, giving Victor just 5 seconds to escape. Just then, the rescue team arrived, and more guards poured out from the ship's cabins. Victor picked up a machine gun lying nearby. Breslin had already entered the water-filled container. This was his escape route. The warden could only scream helplessly. As soon as the power returned, the container began filling with water, and Breslin was swept out by the strong current. A helicopter had already arrived to pick him up. The warden finally understood everything and ran after them. The guards could not stand against Victor's rapid gunfire, but the warden refused to stop. At that moment, Breslin shot directly at a fuel barrel. With a massive explosion, not only was the path out of the prison cleared, but the Mastermind's game came to an end as well. After a deadly struggle, the two of them finally reached the shore, alive and free. Hit like and subscribe if you really love your parents.